What goes on in the basement stays in the basement.
All right, guys. Hey. Welcome to Turn5.Live.
Hey, guys. Welcome to Turn5.Live. I'm Tom Labrani. That would be Donovan Johns. This is Neil Latham. Yay, in the house, baby. In the house. Donovan's grandma's basement is full tonight.
Yeah, and on the phone, we have our wandering lost partner. DJ Everett is somewhere in California.
Is it wrong that I forgot what he looks like? Never. I just. Irwindale Speedway. Well, tell us about Irwindale Speedway because they've been trying to close that thing. What's going on down there? How was the crowds and all that shit? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible. Hopefully it's only EVA destruction for the cars that are trying to be destroyed. Because we have the Royal Purple Modified Series next weekend and nobody wants to destroy them.
Cannot
hey!
What? I'm just saying, as a fan, I like to see cars run.
Just not the Royal Purple Modified. Todd's out.
Beg me to come back. You fucking beg me to come back. Beg me now. Okay.
Hi, puppy.
Get down on your knees.
I don't know.
To put up with this shit.
Yeah. Well, I can't hear you.
Well, you're fine. The show's about us. Can you hear DJ? Ask somebody. Tell Riley. Can you hear DJ? Is it on your end?
Riley,
turn up your phone.
Hey, don't tell me to do
that. I'm gonna fucking. This is on. We are throwing tonight. You tune in. You thought the fight 2 weeks ago was good. Right. You watch the fight tonight right here.
How do I get tricked into this?
Well, you're a good fighter.
Yeah. Retired.
Yeah.
Retired.
Retired.
Retarded. Hey, all right. So, how was Irwindale? No, can't hear DJ. Good evening, gentlemen. Hello, Mike Hunter. How are you?
Is anybody out there? Can they hear all four of us? Give us a sound check out there. Everybody, 1, 2, 3.
Clap.
I got a ding. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, we're good.
I guess so. I'll watch you some other time, I guess. Hopefully they can hear DJ.
Right.
I hear 3. Can you hear the guy that's on the phone, DJ Everett?
Yeah.
I don't know. Donovan keeps playing with his phone, so possibly it's his phone connection.
It's not. No. No. Yeah. Yeah.
Did it just click in?
They say they can barely hear him.
Well, yeah. He's a little bit on the soft side, but I can't make that any louder.
Okay. Well, we've amplified.
Oh, hold on. Let's see here. We're still getting no to DJs. So we're going to keep playing. DJ, you and I will play while these kids talk about Twin Falls Diner.
Nice. So Twin Falls. Neil Latham from Twin Falls last night ran his late model. While we're playing over there, we're going to go ahead and talk about with Neil, and then when you guys get your stuff figured out, maybe we'll come back and get a recap from Irwindale. Been kind of fun this year. You got to drive a few different race cars this year.
I've had a lot of fun this year.
Let's go back for the folks that don't know Neil very well. I've known this kid since he was about 14 years old. He's like a little brother to me. I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's not like a brother, but a son, nephew, more like a nephew.
I thought he was like a priest, Krishna, that you guys had.
That's 3 fucking strikes.
Yeah.
That's 3 strikes, Donovan. It's 3.
I was never a very religious guy. So.
Neil, tell us your story.
All I can say is I'm a race car in the red. It's just not right to have a race car in the red.
Neil, tell us your history.
Well,
first the Earth cooled, then the dinosaurs came.
Yeah.
Tell us your first race car experience.
My first race car experience, I was in Turn3 Ready Speedway. Very first time I ever jumped in a race car. It was at the time called a future stock that we bought from, I think Smokey Nesmith owned it, or John Nesmith, but one of them Nesmith boys, we bought it. it wasn't exactly legal. We went ahead and took care of that by tolling the race car the very first main event I ever raced in.
I watched it down in turn 3.
Down in turn 3.
You got to let off.
I
It's really
tried
important.
to visit everybody up there in the north end. So after that, we bought a Pro 4, which was a brilliant idea to go from a future stock that I totaled to a Pro 4. And I ended up totaling that one in Salt Lake. Really bad.
Corrected a little bit.
Yeah. Me and it was actually me and Keith Whetstone got together.
Keith Whetstone.
Me and Keith Whetstone.
Oh.
We raced with Tyler now.
Yeah.
I love those guys.
They're awesome.
They ended up in right coming out of 2, right down the backstretch, just nosed it right in there hard.
At Rocky Mountain Raceway.
At Rocky Mountain Raceway.
And when it was almost brand new.
2000, I think it was.
There somewhere.
Yeah, it was 2000.
Just a kid.
Yeah, I was a kid. Shortly after that, I can't even really tell you how I met Todd.
Wyra meeting.
It was, yeah. Well, no, I can tell you how I met you. At the time, my future stock was number 7. I wanted to run number 7 on the Pro 4, and basically Todd said, "Who the fuck are you?" Excuse my language, but that's what he said. His exact words. So that's how it all began.
And I was number 7, and I told him, he was like, "Can you change your number? Like, can you fuck yourself?" And he was pretty much what I said.
Proved that he could. All right, I think DJ, I think we got you back with this.
At the time, I was a veteran driver, and Todd was a rookie because I'd never met him before.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You knew what you were doing.
Yeah.
Well, in his mind, he was fucking Superman. He'd already crashed a car twice, and
And lived.
I'm like, "Who the fuck are you?" I'm the vice president of Library right now, and you're trying to tell me what number I'm going to run.
Hey, let's do a DJ sound check real quick to make sure we got him back. You guys out there, Chad Barker, I know you're hearing us. Someone post up on the little chat. DJ is here.
It sounds a hell of a lot better than it did a little bit ago.
Yeah, it does. It's a lot better audio.
I can't. Kyle, tell me if
Still
you're
no
DJ. Kyle,
I think Chad is just messing with us.
Still quiet.
Really.
You want to try my phone?
Looks like I'm taking a spot.
Right?
Talking about Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch sucks. Yeah. Kyle Busch takes to the poo.
Really no DJ. Really. Really. I have no idea here what's going on, buddy. I know.
All this $1 million worth of equipment here. Maybe something ain't plugged in right.
This is him.
Is there some adjustments in here?
We're here. All the settings are set.
Obviously not. Because we got fucking hearing on it. I know. Well, you have to say it, and I'm going to repeat it. Okay. Because I don't watch NASCAR, you know that.
or Formula 1.
I actually will watch Formula 1. I will. The start is like the best part.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Once the start's over, you just like go to sleep or something.
Not Formula 1 guy.
Oh, here we go. I have an idea. We're going to take this up really loud, take us down really low.
Maybe we'll cover him over.
Yeah, how's that work? Oh my God, we found him. All right, now I think that's going to be way better. Oh, we got somebody talking. Typing. Oh, we're going to go Chad Barker. But he's wit. Okay, so I'm going to play with this here. We're going to make you stupid loud. Oh my God!
Dark is the only good part of F1, says Jimmy Steve. Well, I was going to have to agree, but the last few races was pretty good watching Vettel and Hamilton come up the field.
Hamilton's just on a freaking tear this year.
Does anybody ever something exciting?
It's always exciting.
Can anybody? Tons better. We're here now. They're hearing you, DJ. So we were blowing you up, evidently.
See, DJ's normally the one who works the booth here. With him gone, I'm the producer and sound editor and the talent.
Don't put your shit on DJ, because yeah, pretty much.
The round man.
I'm the rat.
Just he's in great shape. Brown's in shape. All right, let's talk NASCAR. Let's do it.
No, we had F1. He said something cool happened in F1.
Nothing cool happens in Formula 1. Nothing.
I would love to see everything NASCAR has worked for the last 10 years with this bullshit playoff. Just bite them in the
Oh,
ass.
I would too. I can't wait
Just
for
like,
Humpty
oh,
Wheeler to start
yeah,
the series.
Because next year it's
Can't
going to
wait.
be a completely new rules package. Because
Yeah,
oh my god,
Let's spend some money.
fucking idiots.
That was ugly
No.
and scary. Yeah, it was bad.
Just like Gordon did. Just like Gordon did a couple years back.
And Jimmy Johnson.
At Coconut.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Yeah.
a Watkins Glen. Yeah.
Hmm.
Wow. Yeah, that wreck sounds like the one Jeff Gordon had. Thank God for the safer barriers and things, because that's the turn that we hurt Bobby Allison in, and that I raced that in iRacing, and it's scary in iRacing, which is fake, and it's scary in that fake.
Walls don't hurt in iRacing.
Walls don't move. I mean, Yeah.
Hey DJ, we're still getting messages. They can barely hear you over us. I don't know what's going on today, but you're coming across the
Sunspots.
quiet. Yep. Yep.
I'm pretty sure it's Trump's fault, if you ask. liberals.
I'm going
He's
to
down in
blame the
California.
Russian intervention.
Yeah. So Christopher Bell.
Crazy.
From the dirt, Chili Bowl champion. We've talked about him. Absolutely, absolutely. He is the man right now. I mean, he's going to be, of course, a big deal when he gets up. He's signed with Gibbs, right? Yep. All right. There'll be Daniel Suarez will be on his way out. I mean, today was his best finish ever, but he's had plenty of help, and all his teammates are kicking ass. And maybe Denny Hamlin will give it up. I don't know, but he'll be sliding into a cup ride next year.
I mentioned last week that Christopher Bell is pretty much on the favorite. I think the whole time this year in the Christmas series, and this week is kind of crazy as well. So keep your eyes on him. He is, my favorite this year. Keep your eyes on him.
Yeah. All right. So what happened in the?
Really not much to talk about there.
So the pole car won in Formula One?
What?
Fucking amazing. I'm telling you, invert them fucking cars.
And was it a Hamilton that won? I wasn't listening.
24 points up on the right now. They got 3 weeks off. They go to my favorite track.
Spot?
No.
Yeah, I love Spot, dude.
Wow.
City cars out there around the again. He won about the whole one race. They got 4 races left in their season as well.
Yep. You got any ovals left?
Yeah, there's 2 ovals.
Yep. Yep. They're going back to Portland this year?
Go back to Portland.
Wow. I knew about that before it happened. I knew a guy that knew a guy, and they were pitching that the city of Portland to IndyCar, actually. It's the guy that sponsored Willie's Modified.
Oh,
Yeah, it has something to do with that.
LED.
Yep. Northwest LED guy. Yep.
Hey DJ, I hate to do this to you, man, but we're still not getting audio from you. So everyone's saying they're just hearing the 3 of us talking to nobody. So let me try hanging up here and give you a call back here shortly.
Well, let's continue our interview with Mr. Neil Latham while we're doing that.
Yep.
So Neil,
hold tight, I'll call you back, brother.
So Neil, you're running a Pro 4. You getting a couple little accidents and skirmishes there. Then you started having some better luck. Tell us about that.
Well, I met a guy named Todd Brownie. Basically, you teamed up with Uncle Dave and started putting better equipment on me.
A little better.
And a lot better. Bigger, better, faster motors. Car started to turn. Car started to work. I think we won a bunch of races. Pocatello, why it's one of my favorite tracks. But had a lot of fun in the Pro Fours.
Yeah.
A lot of good memories. One of my favorite ones was when we all went down to San Bernardino, Orange Show Speedway, to what was supposed to be this big $25,000 win race, but when we got there, I think it was like $1,500 to win.
I don't know. It was just it was a thrash. I mean, we blew a motor the first day. And we borrowed a motor from a guy who lost an oil pump drive belt, Niels.
Yep.
And got that handled and rebuilt an engine in the pits and fired it up, ran the B main. Won the B main and got what they told us to pull off because we were leaving the B main and we had to get ready for the A when we were leaving. So
yeah.
Then we hurt the motor in the A main.
Running up to the field, running against
all of them.
All of them.
All the big dogs.
Yeah. Dennis Andrews,
Yep.
Eddie Secord.
Then you had a brief intermission there in your racing career when you went to defend our country.
Yeah.
Thank you for your service. Tell us about your time in the military.
I was just a puddle pirate. I was in the Coast Guard. I decided that what I was going to do with my Coast Guard career was
check buttholes.
Become a.
No, tell the
It
truth.
was only a couple. It was only a couple.
He had to check physicals. He had to go.
I ran the physical exams department.
Tell the truth. Tell him what you did.
Pecker checker.
Yep, he's got a pecker.
Turning cop.
Yeah.
Way to serve our country.
But no, I thought I was gonna.
True story.
I thought I was gonna be in the medical field, so that's kind
You
of.
wanted to be an X-ray technician.
And found out real quick I didn't really like that very much. Came home, bought a Pro 4 to run in Todd's at the time series. Then we disbanded that series and kind of was floating around in Pro 4 for a while and quit racing for a little bit, kind of put everything aside. Kyle put me in his modified and fell in love.
Yeah, modified
Yeah,
where it's at.
they are
Yeah.
organized chaos in modified.
It is, and we've talked at length on the show in the last few months about the fact that I feel that modified should be a big motor, no tire, drive the shit out of it. And I think we've accomplished that following the rules package that was laid out by the Lucas Oil series. And Adam Nelson here at Meridian Speedway had that with his A-mods. I really feel that that's the successful tire and engine idea. And it's proven to have the most success so far. So pretty lucky in that regard. So tell me about your first win with the Royal Purple Modified Series.
That was a lot of luck involved, I'd say there.
Big little wreck, I remember that.
Yeah, huge wreck that took about 4 of the fastest guys we have in our series.
Yeah.
Took them all out, and luckily I was able to kind of stretch a big enough lead that Ricky Falbo wasn't able to catch up to me coming to the end there. Cody Kirkland. Well, that was just a caution-riddled race.
It was
the race got cut down, and I was sitting there praying the whole time that the thing got cut down because that yellow car in my mirror was getting bigger and bigger, and I had nothing for him, and Gentry Pisca and Cody.
Eric was already out. Eric Reed, Gentry.
Yeah.
Jerry Bailey was already out.
Yeah. But the very, very last caution, Gentry and Cody spun to bring out that last caution at the end of the race. One cool little fact, I had Zach Webster spotting for me that night.
Right on.
Yeah, Zach.
He hit the wall in
Qualifying.
Yeah. Throttle stuck down the front chute.
Yeah.
That was the very first Royal Purple Modified Series event since we had the title sponsor for the Royal Purple. Prior to that, we were the Intermountain Outlaw Modified Series and didn't have a title sponsor. So that was the very first one. I guess you're in the history books for that. Nobody could ever take that away from you, right?
You know what was pretty cool is Adam Nelson put a poll out there in the weeks leading up to that race on who was going to be the very first winner of the Royal Purple Modified Series. And my name was on there, Kyle was on there. We had a few people, big names, Shelby Strobel, Gentry Pisca. Those guys were all on there. And
Ricky Bobby.
If we had to I mean, if we had to do a percentage and Vegas odds, I was probably like 30-1 in that deal. but we lucked out and got it. Yeah. So, but it was no, it was pretty cool, a lot of fun. I love the Road Purple series. It's in my opinion, nothing beats it. And I've ran in quite a few different series all over the place. And
well, it's our series. You
Yeah.
know, that's the beauty of what we've been talking about last few weeks. It's really it's the series run by the racers in a weird way. I mean, yeah, we have to have somebody to yell at. We have to have somebody that makes rules and does stuff, and it's not an easy job. But we listen. I think we listen. Donovan and I do. For things that are going on. Hello, are you still here? Donovan Jones, ladies and gentlemen, give him a clap. DJ, are you there? Talk nice and loud like you have a pair. I don't know if that's any better, guys. If you can hear DJ, somebody let us know, because the guy works his butt off getting everything ready. And I know I've offered Donovan my phone and shit, but he hasn't taken it. So nothing. They say nothing.
You still got nothing there?
Why don't you call him on my phone there, Thunderwhack?
It's going to be the connection, because it's been fine. So I don't know.
You sure you don't have some internal setting on your phone there?
Sure.
Well, turn your phone up.
I gotta wake up. It's tired.
I've been telling you, turn your phone on.
It's full volume. And we're hijacked into this. So,
Okay.
I don't know. DJ, I don't know if this is going to work today. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
check.
Text in your comments. And
Yeah, text everything.
Hold on, here we go. Hold on, watch this. Watch this. Hold on.
Always got to put him on speaker. Now there's a genius.
Yeah, try it now, DJ.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4.
How crappy does that sound out there? Anyone? Yep. Hey, I guess somebody can hear you.
That's a little better. Is that a little better? Good deal.
Much better. Yeah, apparently this is our option for today. We're gonna hold the phone right up to the microphone.
Well, it's a good thing we didn't have a phone in yesterday, I guess.
We have a new idea. Todd's gonna call you because we have a Bluetooth speaker. Okay, bye.
Keep talking. Talk to you.
All right. So anyway, so I know is your brother coming back running next year?
That's the plan.
That's the plan. Gonna have a 3-field yee.
There's gonna be 3 cars out there. We
You got Chad Barker up in your Impact Motors.
correct. Me and Kyle have 2 new STRs coming.
What?
So we're super excited for next year, and everything we do this year is kind of just learning. The bump stop stuff is a tough animal to tame. I think we finally have kind of gotten it. The last 4 races, I think we've been really good, and just little mistakes here and there. But we're just kind of leading up to next year, putting these 2 brand new cars together. My car is going to be for sale. If nobody buys it, we're going to find somebody to put in it. And it'll be kind of a spare for me and Kyle for next year. But
Backup points car.
yeah. So we'll see. I'm just really excited for next year.
Yeah. I know. Speaking of bump stops, you got your conventional setups. You have your bump stop setups. Bump stops. I cannot speak today. It's when you so tell us real quick what that is for some of the guys who, because I know we got a lot of mini stalkers who run with this.
Yeah, you got to call Kyle and ask him that stuff. I just everything.
So I know it stiffens up the car a lot.
It basically
and it makes it to where
the idea, from what I understand, the idea I got from the bump stop is it drives the tire into the racetrack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard it talking about it.
It's all echoey back there.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, Kyle's one who really just sets everything up and does all that. And, I'm trying to learn, but I don't really know it.
You heard the show through the fucking speaker.
I know in the world of setup, what all I know about it is I'm a big fan of the conventional setups. I like the big bar soft spring conventionals. I like feeling the rotation of the car as it's cornering up. I like the movement, momentum, and managing that dance. And the bump stop takes a lot of that away, from my understanding.
You know, I don't know if I exactly agree with that.
I run a fucking mini stock. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, front wheel drive one at that.
I
So,
know.
and what are you really feeling besides a push?
Hey, I don't know if you guys does it. Tucker doesn't push because Tucker doesn't drive. So.
We push him into the garage once in a while.
I push him up on the trailer.
No,
Let's try it now.
I tell you, the Christianis have helped us a lot.
God, those guys are freaking doctors.
And those guys are so smart when it comes to that stuff that they start talking to me and I'm just deer in the headlights. I don't even know. Like, just tell me what to do and I'll do it.
Dude, drive into the corner hard. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, get off the brake pedal. That's all I hear. Get off the brake pedal. Get off the brake pedal. So you definitely got to finesse the car a lot more with the bump stops, but night and day difference.
Yeah.
Night and day difference.
Cool. I know you've got some sprint car runs as well. Super 6 tracks are awesome.
You know, those are some of the funnest cars you'll ever drive.
Yeah, man.
Those,
I drove one last year. Oh,
Yeah.
crap. That was awesome.
yeah, those cars are a blast. I'd love to climb back in one. Me and Kyle kind of threw an offer out there to buy a couple.
Yeah.
Offer got shot down, so
I'd rather have you doing what you're doing.
modifieds has ended up being.
You know, I'd rather have you, much rather have you doing what you're doing.
We'd still be doing that too.
No, I'm worried about safety. You know, I hate the open wheel cars from the guard. Those cars sometimes aren't safe. DJ, speak real loud.
Hey there, folks. How you doing out there? Welcome to Turn5.Live.
We are not having success getting DJ other than on speakerphone.
Is that any better?
Welcome to Turn5.Live.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. There.
Is that any better? He had me actually muted. That's why we don't want him in studio. We're gonna like eliminate him or something.
I'm going down, misters.
Hey, DJ, continue. Neil, your segment like 4 now. You're just broke up your story.
Yeah.
Do we need to go from the script again from the beginning with NASCAR?
No, we're
No,
I'm
Kyle
so over
Busch.
that.
Kyle Busch. Well, we hate him, so we don't want to talk
I don't
about
know
him.
about this. I love Kyle Busch. I love what he brings to the sport. I love his attitude. I love all the showmanship that he brings to the show. And then, don't touch me there.
Which one's turning off his mic?
Stop.
Number 3, mute.
Number 3.
I respect his talent.
No, yeah.
You can't help but do it. But the guy is just a total douchebag.
Oh yeah, but yeah, come on. You gotta love and appreciate that part of it. And
The
that's
sport's dying because of douchebags.
sports not dying. It's dying because of the fucking managers. It's dying because it's $200 to go to a fucking race. It's dying because the show that they're putting on is garbage. That's why it's dying.
Because he's a douchebag.
Okay. So really quick, today at Pocono.
Oh my God, we're still talking about that.
Douchebag Kyle Busch wins the 6th of the year. Daniel Suarez finishes 2nd. Alex Lomas finishes 3rd. William Byron finishes 6th. 16 wins now between the top, the big 3 drivers. Bubba Wallace slams the turn 1 wall pretty hard after losing his brakes on the front straightaway. And there you go, 5 races left until we hit the playoffs.
You know, something I'm real proud of. You talk about Bubba Wallace there. I'm really proud of Richard Petty Motorsports. They just signed Bubba and kept him on. I think it's a 4-year deal, which guarantees that Bubba's going to have an opportunity to prove himself, and they can build that program. Looking at Richard Petty Motorsports, nobody roots harder for them than me in Cup. I'd love to see him do better. I mean, the Brian Scott thing was what it was. You know, I'm not a fan of buying a ride like that, but I think their alliance, they're running Ford now, and I think with their alliance with Ford, seeing what Stuart Haas is doing, I think they can really improve that team, and it's a big deal to me. I'd like to see the 43 and I'd like to see the 44 come back out, maybe get a 3-car team going for them guys, and signing Bubba, I think, really locks him up to where they can build on that team. So I'm glad he wasn't hurt today. You know, I didn't see the wreck. Of course, I didn't watch it.
No, it was terrible. But he got out of it, caught his breath for a minute, and walked away. So they hit to Watkins Glen next Sunday.
Yeah, Watkins Glen.
Glad it puts on some good races.
Yeah, it does.
Really quick Xfinity Series on Saturday. Christopher Bell won his 3rd in a row. First driver to win 3 in a row since Dale Jr. did it back in 1999.
Yep, Christopher Bell, awesome.
Yep.
Who won the truck race?
Kyle Busch.
Kyle Busch.
You can just see, like,
Kind of halfway avoiding that, but you brought it up. Yeah, Kyle Busch.
Fuck you.
I don't like vanilla racing. I don't.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
I believe the tied Brown Hornady for the most winners.
Oh, there's another genius. God. I know Ron Hornaday stories. I can't tell on the air.
No, we're not getting sued.
No.
Okay.
By someone with a lot more money than all of us.
Really quick, Lewis Hamilton won in Hungary today, 67th career win. 9 races left in that series. Got a 24-point lead over Sebastian Vettel.
It's over. It's a boat race. And he started from the pole.
3 weeks off till they go to Spa in Belgium. But they got 9 races left. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. 9 races. Alexander Rossi wins today in Mid-Ohio from the pole. They got 4 races left. You mentioned what 4 tracks they go to next. They go to Pocono, Gateway, Portland, and Sonoma. And then Northwest Pro 4 Alliance, the Lucas Oil 40 at Wenatchee for the weekend, and Tom Pinkowski.
Pinkowski.
Yep, bless you.
His very first career Alliance main event win.
Yeah, Tom Pinkowski goes way back. He was an old NASCAR Northwest Tour competitor back when John Dillon in 1990 was winning the championship. He was running around there, Pinko was, and doing, he was catching on and doing his stuff. And then after we kind of moved away from Seattle, he did a little better. And it's good to see him in that series. Mike and Marcy Hunter and the group up there does a really nice job with that tour. Car counts are down everywhere, just like it is in our series. It's down for them. And I know Mike's doing everything he can to get race cars to the racetrack, and he'll be great.
Yeah.
To do fine. I know that he's feeling a lot better. He was at the racetrack. So, Mike, I know you're listening tonight. We got the EVs going on here.
Who the hell is red yelling EE?
It'd be his phone.
Oh, is that your phone?
That's his phone.
Like, it's like everywhere. Like,
Yeah, he's getting texts from Kyle, probably going to EV.
It's Nick Gibson.
Nick Gibson.
Gibson.
Dick Nipson.
$5 to pull on Donovan's Mohawk.
Oh, do it.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Make it. Let's do it. Well, hang on. Let's see if we can get that up more than $5.
Woohoo! A bigger pull next time for more.
Right.
Yes, but we'll do 2 hands from behind for 25.
Whoa. Is that to me?
No, it's your Mohawk, dumbass.
But hey, I'm getting 2 hands from behind.
I'm telling you, you got beard care, you got lip care. All you need to really do is get a lube. I'm telling you, we need to start manufacturing a lube, and we're in.
I'm gonna do a Turn5 lube.
Turn5 lube.
There we go.
No,
I'm gonna use that.
desecrate the Turn5. Kyle Busch lube.
That'd be the KYB.
We're so due for that.
Charlie Roberts says KB is awesome. Chase 86 says KB is crybaby, and Sam Newcomer says it is implicit.
He can be an awesome crybaby. I'm okay with that. And Newcomer and I, we've talked quite a bit, but we both have the same mindset in this regard. It's all about the character. That's
Don't
what
put
makes,
that on Sam.
Hey, Sam. It's all about the characters. And
Sam's a nice guy.
And just like, and when we started, and this is where I like to play with you a lot. When we started this whole thing, your whole thing was listening to, what's nuts? Howard Stern, right? You think Howard Stern plays this shit, Steve?
Howard Stern's beyond reproach because he's done it for so long. He is because he's also on satellite radio. That's why we're doing it on this. That's why we're not having a radio show. We're not selling to a
But I mean, I'm just comparing the two of them, Kyle Busch in NASCAR and Howard Stern on radio. It's the same type of personality. And
both successful in what they do, but they're douchebags.
Right,
So,
exactly. But you gotta love them both because what they do really fucking well.
Sounds like our president.
Right?
He's
Yeah.
really fucking good, but he's just a douchebag.
He's not just a
He's a really but he's kicking ass as a president, and I'm telling you the truth. Yes. Yes. Yes.
This is a race show, so we'll talk about politics off
Yeah. Well, he's kicking ass.
air. That'll be a turn 17.
Nope.
Or we'll call it turn 45.
You only got 6 more years to worry about it.
So Rick Thompson and Brad Morrison ran up the top 3 with Ashley over the weekend.
Thompson ran in the top 3.
That's weird.
For sure.
Wow.
Yeah,
Rookies.
Yeah, rookies. Okay. But good deal. But I'm real familiar with that series years ago and so forth. So yeah, I'm just having some fun with them. But absolutely. And let's talk about last night at Magic Valley Speedway. Do you have the results there, DJ?
Yep, sure do. So the Cactus Pits late models were in action last night, and Chad Everett picked up the win.
Just barely over our friend Neil sitting to my right.
Yeah, just barely.
Little controversy. Let's talk about the controversy, Neil. Be nice, but talk about the controversy.
You know, it was a really bad call is what it was, but we had a lot of fun.
Tell the fans what happened because nobody saw it.
Yeah, give us the 90-second version.
So basically, Chad was wicked fast, and I couldn't catch him. Caution came out with 10 to go. I knew the only chance I had was to smoke him on the restart.
What was the restart like? Single file or side by side?
Single file restart. Magic Valley has a rule just like I think every short track in the nation has, where you can't pass on the inside before you get to the start finish line. I showed Chad the outside all the way down the back stretch for 3-4 times, kind of pulled up next to him, was on the outside of him, going down the front stretch, made a move to the inside right at the kind of last. Some say it was before the start finish line, but it definitely wasn't. And got Chad going into 1 and 2, and got past him. 2 laps later, McKean and Everett get together. Everett goes around. Caution comes out for whatever reason. Chad got put back in front of me, and
did they say they were giving you a penalty on the track rather than later at the end of the race?
There was no talk of anything whatsoever until that caution came out at all.
Nothing in your ear,
nothing.
Spotter stand or whatever.
So we were running spotters. Kyle was spotting for me, and Kyle had race control in his other ear, and there was no talk about bad restart, no talk about jumping the restart until that caution came out. But so caution came out. Pretty much we reverted back to lap 40. I knew that what I did wasn't going to work again. So when the next restart happened, I tried to do the bump around. It semi sort of worked, but I kind of he held the bottom, and I had to go to the outside.
You weren't going to dump him.
I wasn't going to dump him. No, not at all.
And that's the art from a race.
And he knew I was going to get into his bumper. His spotter told him everything. He knew what was coming, and he did a good job. But he stuck me to the outside, and I was junk out there. I couldn't.
He's got 20 million laps on the race.
Yeah, and but it was a lot of fun. I mean, we all got out of the race cars high-fiving and hugging, and that's the first time I've ever raced. Honestly, with Chris McKean's the only guy I've ever raced with of the people that were there. Phillips were there, and
Willie was there.
Willie, yeah, I've raced with Willie, but Willie was in a 2-seater.
Willie led the first 15 laps under Phoenix.
He did, and when we took that restart on lap 16, Willie was still in the lead, but he had some radio issues and had to go in and just gave it to me.
Yeah, Eddie called me last night. We talked a little bit about it. He thinks that he kind of feels now, looking at the tape, that was probably a bad call. Those things happen in racing. I've made them. Unfortunately, to other people have made them too. But Eddie just texted me right now. He's listening. He said what the boy just said was true. We blew it. So
that's big.
Stand up. That is stand up.
Eddie, clap.
Give Eddie the clap. Unsung hero.
When you can stand up and say, I blew it. Fuck yeah, dude.
But it was a blast. We had a lot of fun. Regardless of what happened, everybody took the race cars home in one piece.
Yeah.
Everybody was high-fiving, hugging each other. We just had a blast. It was a lot of fun. And I've got to say, the last 2 races we raced in Hermiston, then I had a few weeks off. And
had a great time in Hermiston.
Oh, it was a blast in Hermiston. Then going into Magic Valley yesterday, some of the most fun I've had in a race car in the last 3 years.
Cool.
Nice.
You gotta love this.
So what's that mean? If you're watching out there, it still is fun. If you're watching out there, there's some things that have gone on the last few weeks that haven't been too fun for a few people. But there is still fun there. And the beauty of what Latham's do is they do it as a team. Their family's all there. Uncle Dave, Kyle, and their families, and everybody's still there. Latham was the high point guy for the night, according to what it says. Your thumbs up from Eddie McKean. So that's good. But we're still having fun in racing. This is the point of this show, is to have folks help each other and get more cars to the racetrack, get more butts in the seats, because our sport is dying a bit. I mean, we have a healthy series, and we had 8 cars in Hermiston. Mike's got a healthy series with Northwest Pro 4 Lights. He just had 8 cars in one action in his bread box.
It's,
So
it's a challenge to do this sport on the best of days. And when times get tough and times get hard,
good point.
To get those extra nickels to put a show together. I mean, it's,
There's times where me, Uncle Dave, my dad, Kyle, Chad, Cody, we all chip in just to go racing on a weekend.
Oh yeah, these folks aren't wealthy. There's
No, we're not.
you know, Neil.
you're a small business owner. You're loaded.
Oh, yeah.
And those of you that don't know, and I'm certain that most of the people that are watching do know this, but I'm going to go ahead and explain what's going on here. These are 2 independent business owners. I work for a giant corporation, but it's a little different. Neil owns Impact. Neil and Kyle Latham, Chad Barker. They own Impact Motors. Uncle Dave, I think, has something to do with it. It's just you.
It's actually just me and Kyle.
Just you and Kyle.
Yeah.
Impact Motors over at Nampa. They work very hard. Neil's one of the best specialty financing guys in the Treasure Valley. Specialty financings for folks that maybe had some issues with their credit and so forth. Neil has the ins and outs to get anybody financed there. They only carry high quality cars and trucks, which is something that you usually don't find when you're talking about credit resource center stores,
right.
Secondary market stores. This has been my profession for 25 years, so I'm speaking from a position of authority. Neil's one of the best. And if you do have some challenge, even if you don't have challenges with credit, that he can still get you the 5.9% loan, 4.9% loan. He can still do all that shit too. But if you're down on your luck a little bit, you need some help rebuilding your credit, he's a specialist at that. So there's 2 things that could go on: getting a new car and also build your credit. So I'm not doing too much advertising because it's going to against my rules for my job. But there's a lot of credit to be had out there. What's the address, Neil?
It's 216 8th Avenue South in Nampa, right across the street from AutoZone.
Nice.
And what is a good phone number for the store? Guys, write this down if you're out there.
It's
and we'll put a link on our Facebook.
it's about 208-466-2526. Give us a call anytime. About the only time we don't answer the phone is if we're out on the lot helping customers. It's just a small operation. Me, Kyle, and Chad, and there's times where all 3 of us are busy with customers.
And your Facebook is Impact Motors with the Z.
Yeah. Kyle handles all that.
Right. I just show up and try.
Yeah.
All right, next week we'll have Kyle on. Apparently.
Gargoyle Water.
I love Kyle, but when he was a little kid, he was a pain in the ass.
He was always hungry. Always.
I'm hungry, Ty. Uncle David said he gave me $10 to feed me. Oh, fuck. And I love Kyle. But it's just true. Isn't it, Neil?
100%.
Gargoyle iced tea.
And for somebody that was always so hungry, he's the pickiest eater you've ever met.
But I tell you what, he's grown into be a great chef. We're going to find out Friday. Those of you that with the Royal Purple Modified Series, if you happen to be coming into town or you already live here, this Friday night we'll be having a barbecue. It looks like right now we may be over my limit for my house. We may end up having to move it to the racetrack, but we'll find out soon. I'm going to tally up how many people are coming. But looking forward to this week. Let's talk about this year. You're sitting second in points, right?
Yeah.
Second in points for the Royal Purple Modified Series. Had some really good runs, some real consistent runs of late, especially.
That's kind of what me and Donovan were talking about a little bit earlier when you're trying to get DJ on the phone.
You're
there.
still got DJ somewhere.
Yeah, he's on there.
You still?
I can hear him.
Yep, I'm still here. I'm just gonna follow. Did you want to go back to the Magic Valley results? You want to talk to
Everything just kind of come together with his last couple of races, and the car's working. We were having a real hard time getting the nose to travel and get the nose down on the track there, and it's all kind of just come together. The car's been fast. We've just had little things that kind of kept us from being right there. I think nothing against Redbone, but I think we had the best car in Hermiston.
You did the heat race, ain't no doubt.
We had a little mishap going into the main event that we didn't catch, and it completely ruined us for the main event. But we still, like I said, we still had fun. We still had a blast, and racing the 47 car for third.
Yep.
For 40 hard laps. Hard laps.
It's a dry. It's you have to muscle up.
Man, but it was a blast. But no, we're looking forward to the final 4 races in the Royal Purple this year. And
yep.
So we're at the
Meridian, Twin, Meridian. Yeah.
Yep.
So freaking
And we're on
cool.
King of the Wing night here at Meridian.
Oh, it's gonna be awesome.
King of the Wing.
So you guys get the best 2 nights of the year basically. You've got Even Destruction, and then you've got King of the Wing.
What was that, DJ?
No, I said you definitely have the hookup at Meridian. That's for sure. When it comes
Well, it's kind of a badge of honor to be on Eva Destruction, Diamond Cup, King of the Wing, and we've also been on the K&N night twice, the K&N NASCAR K&N Series night, because Adam tells me straight up, he goes, I need you those nights because I don't want to have to worry about anything. I know you're going to take care of your stuff, and I can go take care of my stuff, and I don't have to worry about having drama or issues. And when he told me that, I went, oh,
Just look at that.
yeah, that's pretty cool. So,
Felt all warm and fuzzy.
yeah. And yeah, it makes you feel good because they do have a lot of things going down. And we've always been on, you know, when it's on the weekends, we've also been on the 4th of July, the Independence Day Cup thing there. So it's always been really lucky to be on those shows. You know, blessed to have the racetrack and be on it. So
4th of July is my favorite weekend to be racing.
they're big wins when you win there. 4th of July. Yep. I won one main on 4th of July one time. And that's all I needed. After that, I felt like I arrived. You know? That packed crowd, and I put it out on Facebook today, but everybody needs to remind themselves, if you do have some people going to sit in the stands, if you're coming to Meridian Speedway to watch, yeah, buy your tickets online. Last year they sold out. I was talking to Dan Breach Friday. They sold out at 5:30 out of tickets, and people were lined up at 4:15, and they didn't open the gates for another hour.
I've seen them close the pits by 30 minutes before showtime. The pits are sold out.
Yes, so standing
people
on
are
only
spending full price to go stand in the pits, and they close the pits out half hour before green. It's nuts.
So yeah, if you're coming from out of town and you want to come watch a show, you know, and maybe your ladies are coming or something, and they want to go shopping or something, and then show up around 6:30, don't do that. Nope. Get a blanket, go duct tape it down to a bench, and find your place to sit because it's on.
Bring some cushions, bring some shade, and supper because it's gonna be awesome.
We mention it every single year. You know, get your tickets early or get there early because they turn fans away after a while. And then those certain fans, they get all pissed off and stuff like that. But you know what? We tell people every year, get there early or get your tickets early.